So let's look at the standard normal table. Now suppose I have the probability density curve of a standard normal variable z. So this is 0. Right? Suppose I have a value z sub 0 which is right here. Okay. Then what the standard normal table gives us is that it gives the area under the standard normal curve to the left of z sub 0. In other words, the table gives us the shaded area in this figure. But that shaded area is the probability that z is less than or equal to z sub 0, right? That's by definition. It's the area under the curve to the left of z sub 0. So let's look at the table and see how we actually use it. And let's look at a particular example. So let's say we want to find the probability that z is less than or equal to negative 1.68. So if you were to draw the probability density curve, if this is 0, then negative 1.68 is, let's say, right over here. So we're interested in the shaded area. Right? Now here's how you use the table. First off, z sub 0 is negative 1.68. Okay. Let's first split this number into two parts. The first part contains the whole number portion and the first digit after the decimal point. In other words, this is my first part. And then the second part contains the second digit after the decimal point, right, which is this one. So here the two parts are negative 1.6 and then 0.08. Okay. Now let's go to the table. The leftmost column of the table, which is this column, gives us the first part that we identified just now, right? And then the top row, which is this row, gives us the second part that we just identified. So here we want to go to row negative 1.6, which is going to be this row. And then we want to go to column 0.08, which is this column. The part of the table where that row and that column meet is the probability of interest. Okay? So if you trace it to here, then the probability that we want to look for is that value, which is 0.0465. And so we conclude that the probability that z is less than or equal to negative 1.68 is 0.0465. Okay. Let's do another example. Suppose we want to find the probability that z is less than 0.24. So in this case, z sub 0 is 0.24. And again, we want to split this number into two parts, right? The first part contains the whole number portion and the first digit after the decimal point. Okay, so that's the first part. The second part contains the second digit after the decimal point. And so in this case, we have the first part being 0.2 and then the second part being 0.04. So the idea is we want to go to row 0.2, but for this part of the table, it stops at 0.0. So you want to go to the other side of the table. By the way, this table has been uploaded on CourseDen, so you can go to CourseDen and grab a copy of it. Okay. So we were looking at 0.24. So you go to row 1.2, which is this row, and then you look under column 0.04. What you get is this value, which is 0.5948. So the probability that z is less than or equal to 0.24 is, according to the table, 0.5948. Okay. So in this video, what we did was we learned how to use the standard normal probabilities table to find probability of the standard normal variable.